you ready to make a craft about apples? I hope so, huh? We are going to go into our red folders, that supply pickup bag that you got. That's the new one. Inside of there, I want you to go find the Ziploc bag full of green paper, red paper, brown, and white. We're going to make an apple tree together. Then we're going to write about it. And I know it kind of looks like I'm in the Twilight Zone with this interesting lighting, but it'll be fun. We'll work with it. It'll be fun. So you need to go find this bag. It's in your red folder that you picked up, Mom and Dad picked up from school. We will also need some markers, glue stick, and scissors. So if you're like, oh, Mrs. Jones, I don't know where that is, this is in your red folder. So you're going to make with me, we're going to go step by step, kind of like we're making a recipe, but we're making an art project. And I'm so excited to be doing this because if you know me at all, I love art projects because they build your brain muscles, they build your finger fine motor muscles, and your listening ears. So they build your listening skills. Let's get started. So while I unpack my bag and you've gone to find your bag, I'm going to pull everything out. First thing we're going to do is use our scissors. So by yourself or with an adult, lay it all out while you watch this and we'll get started. So again, so you can see all my workspace, I'm going to turn the camera onto my desk. See you soon. Bye-boom. There we go. Okay, so we needed our Ziploc bag full of all of our supplies. Don't forget scissors are coming up first. You are going to use the big white part, this big white paper, as your background. Let's see if I can make this a little bit better for you and brighter for you. Oh, perfect. Okay, so this is our background. Before we do anything, let's write our name on this so we know that, oh, yes, I did this work. So this is going to be the back part of mine. So I'm just going to write Mrs. Jones. And you know what? Since we've never made anything, it might be fun to write 2020. This is our memory of first grade fun. Now flip it over so you are looking at just the front of your paper and leave it. Oh, I'm so sorry that I keep flipping it. It didn't mean to do that. Leave it right there. Okay. Now we are going to get out brown paper first. This is the tree trunk and the roots would be underneath to make the apple tree grow. So get your scissors out, follow along on that black road and cut out your tree trunk. Now I think most of you have some cardstock with your tree trunk, so it is going to require you to use your big muscles as you cut. I believe in you. You got this, use those muscles. And sometimes I'll give you a little hint when you're cutting. It's nice to hold with one hand and drive the scissors with the other. And I didn't make it easy because we all need practice cutting. And it's a great way to do it if we turn that paper. So once you get going all the way around, try to stay on the black part I like to call is the road for my scissors. So stay on the road. You don't want to drive off the road or you have an accident. You now have your tree trunk. And yes, I know, Mrs. Jones, you cut so fast. I do. I'm an old lady, so I've been cutting a long time. Here is your tree trunk. Just lay that piece right here. So I'll show you the next steps after we have cut everything out. Now you're going to go get the branches, and I like to call these the leaves. You might have different color leaves. There's a wide variety, light green, dark green, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, but you should have 3. So we're gonna cut each one individually because when I cut the paper, well, maybe I could hold it together. You probably could. If you want a challenge, I'm gonna hold them together and cut, but if that's too tricky, like I just stacked them all up, first graders, and now I'm gonna follow the road, the black road, stay on the black road. Now, if you want, you're like, oh, Mrs. Jones, that's too hard, then cut each one separately. But I'm going to try this fast trick because I always show the first graders, which is you, when you're in school. So let me see if we can maybe try the fast trick while you're at home. Keep cutting around the black road, round and round. We're almost there. We got 2 more. And I like to see how I turn the paper so my scissors can drive easy. And I'm a little bit off the road. That's okay. No big deal. You tried your best, right? Don't forget, when you make your scrap pile, when we're all done, you need to clean it up. Now I have my leaves. Okay, so you should have 3 sets of leaves. Okay, do you? Yes? Good. Now we're going to glue our parts before we get to the apple part. Take your tree trunk, and here's a trick. I put the one that has a little bit of black marks on it, like the road, and I like to cover them up because I love things very neat. So put on glue, and I have purple so you can see the glue. Put it all over your tree trunk. It's okay if you get a little bit on your paper. It'll dry clear. And if you can see, I'm putting it at the bottom of my page, and then push it down with your really big muscles. Good, good, good. Okay. Next step, take all of your big leaf branches. And here's how it's going to look, Carissa. 1, 2, 3. This is a mature tree. Like, it's a really big tree. At my house, I kind of live in a new neighborhood, so I just have baby trees. Again, here we go. Look at, take the one that has a little bit of the black marks on it, and we're going to cover it up. We're going to make it look beautiful. So put a lot of glue on it. Not a ton, but enough that you can see the purple or the glue. And then put one to the side. So that's to the side. In my paper, it's the left. And I'm going to put one in the middle, and then I'm going to put one on the right. It's going to be different because I'm opposite your screen, but we're still going to put them side to side in the middle. Okay, so here we go. Flip it over. Try to find the ones that have the black lines on that side to cover them up. And it goes in the middle. Okay. Oh, good. You guys are making lovely apple trees. Okay. Last set of branch leaves. Here we go. Put some glue on it and put it on your paper. Okay. And that's what, yep, oh man, I spilled some glue. That's okay. Just wipe it off when we're all done. You have one more piece that we need, which is the red ones. I want you to think before we get going, what shape are apples? Yeah, they're oval. So to do this, you want to draw the oval first because then you have a line. So maybe how many ever apples you would like. Maybe I want to have at least 5. 1, 2, and I'm drawing them so I could cut them. And look at, they're real big, like the size of my thumb. Now my thumb's much bigger than yours, so make it big so you can cut them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, they're your apples, so if you only want to have 2, go with 2. Then take out your fabulous scissors and go around the black road to cut out your apples. So I have 1 apple. You make your apples, cut them out. Can't wait to see them. And I have 2 apples. I went with 5, but if you want 10, then go with 10. You could always pause me as you make your apples. 3, 4. Oh boy, I got off the road. That's okay, scissors. 4, 5. Okay. Now, we cut out all the apples. Now we're going to hide the part that we traced. So we're going to put the glue on. I call it the dirty side because when we turn it over, there's no marks on the other side. So take your glue out again. And remember, you're going to, I like to pick them up so I don't get everywhere. We're going to put it on our glue. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick it on your paper. Oh, look, now there's apples in my apple tree. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put another apple in your apple tree. If you want one falling out of the tree, go ahead. Okay, put another 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick it on your tree. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick it on the tree. I know, I think I'm better at it because I'm singing it. Feel free to sing about gluing. Feels silly, but you know, it's fun to be silly. Okay, now I have my apples on my apple tree. We are going to take those markers that you had out, and I did have them out. Now I hid them on myself. Got them. Okay, take your markers, and we have to draw the stems on our apples. The stems to me like to look like a little letter L. So I just draw a stem on there. It could be any kind of stem because if you look at a real apple, none of the stems are perfect. Now, of course, there's always leaves, and sometimes you're lucky enough to get a leaf attached to your apple. So I'm just going to go back and draw a little oval as a leaf by all of my apples. So I have 5 little leaves. Oh, perfect. So once you finish your apple tree, you're welcome to put them on down there. But what we are going to do is write a few things we've learned about apples because you just watched an apple book movie. We cut out some apples. So let's think about that, what we could write on there. I am actually going to write on the back of my apple tree. So yes, I noticed that. Whoa, I don't have any lines. Let me show you a good trick is to make some lines. And I know that I showed you this before, but maybe not everybody has seen it. I like to take a piece of paper and use it as my ruler. So you can't, maybe you can see my paper. It's right here. I'll try to fold it up for you. So I'm just going to make some lines for my writing about apples. So let's do it. One. Look at how straight that is. And I'll try two for now. Can you tell me something you know about apples? Oh, sure. Apples are round. Or maybe you want to start with, I love apples. Well, I am a teacher and that is a true story. So I'm going to start with, I love apples. If you don't love them, you could write, I don't like apples. But I'm going to write, I, capital I, here we go, across the top and the bottom. Oh, I got, excuse me, I got a sneeze in there, bless me. Okay, I love. E. I did that kind of fast. I love, L-O-V-E. I love apples. A, P, 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 L, E, S. I love apples. I wonder if you wrote you love apples too. I can't wait to see because I hope you're going to send me a picture of all your great apple work. Okay. I love apples. Maybe you can tell me, what color could they be? Apples are, they could be red, yellow, or green. So here we go. Apples are, or apples can be. What would you like? Yeah, apples can be. Okay, we're going to start with apples. Capital A, because it's the start of a new sentence. A, P, P, O, L, E, S. Apples are, oh no, I'm sorry. Apples can be. I'm so sorry about that. Apples can, C-A, and apples can be, B-E. Apples can be red. Yes, I saw. Oh, yeah, did you know how to spell it? Yeah, R-E-D. R-E-D can be red. Now, since we're making a little bit of a list, we're going to use these things called a comma. So it goes at the bottom of your line like this. Whoop. Red. Green. Okay, green. G. R. E. E. N. Can be red, green, and put that finger in and A. And D, I got yellow. Now I ran out of room, but that's okay. I'm going to grab my little paper that I use as my ruler and I'll just make 2 more lines. Now, if you're good without the lines, that's fine, but you want to practice growing your writing brain by doing this. And we want yellow next. Y, E, O, L, L, O, W. I love apples. Apples can be red, green, and yellow. I feel like, woo, I'm reading it with my expression. So I'm adding an exclamation point. What else might we write about apples? What else could they be? Apples are red, green, and brown, or they can be red, green, and brown. Apples grow, oh, where do they grow? Oh, you're right. Apples grow on trees, or they can grow on trees. Oh, you want apples? Apples grow on trees. Okay. Now, we did start that sentence with apples, but since we're still developing and growing our writing brains, we'll do another one with apples since that's what you wished for. Apples, or you could also say also. Would you like, I just thought about that. Would you like to say also? Oh, that's a great word, a transition word. A-O-L-S-O. Also, apples grow on trees. Here we go. Fingers in A, P, another P, P, O, L, F, E, S. Also, apples grow. G, G, R, O, W. Also, apples grow on. O, N. And last one, trees. Fingers in T, trees. Apples grow on trees. You did great. Okay, so pause it here if you need it because I went kind of fast. But take a picture and show me how fabulous your writing for your apples looks and your really cute apple tree. Thanks for learning about apples with me. I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for working hard.